The official statement is that the Smart T5 continues the sensual purity, design language of the Mercedes-Benz global design team. It combines the boxy lines of a rugged off-roader with the rounded shapes of urban fashion, showcasing an adventurous outdoor style that evokes a sense of poetry and distant horizons. Along with a dynamic and luxurious urban feel, this design approach aims to blend contrasting elements into a cohesive and appealing aesthetic. While the official description is quite elaborate, if I were to evaluate its appearance, I would simply say it is not unattractive and has a lot of personality. After looking at it a few more times, it even has a touch of charm. Although the overall appearance of this car doesn't seem very large, its length exceeds 4.7 meters. Its width is close to 2 meters, and the wheelbase reaches an impressive 2.9 meters. This makes it a very standard midsize SUV in terms of dimensions. In terms of color options, the Smart T5 offers several choices. Besides the standard stealth black and laser red, other colors are available as optional upgrades. Additionally, you can opt for an outdoor adventure package, which includes a roof platform, side storage bags, and a side ladder. Choosing these options will make the car look even more distinctive and personalized. Now, let's take a look inside the car to explore its interior features and designs. The first impression upon entering the car is that the lateral space is incredibly wide. I never imagined that sitting inside a smart car could feel this spacious. Therefore, the initial feeling of being inside the Smart T5 is that the space is excellent. Every design element of this car emphasizes its playful nature, and the details also look very refined. For example, the 4-pointed star-shaped air vents and the 3 screens are layered, with hidden light strips that enhance the interior ambience at night. There's also a flying saucer design on the dashboard, featuring a Deep Sea Serenade sound system with 20 speakers and 4 sky channels. Moreover, all 4 doors have genuine 3-way speakers, with a peak power of 2000 watts. This impressive sound system is currently being offered for free, which is truly remarkable. The attention to detail and the high-quality audio experience are significant highlights of this vehicle. Another interesting feature is the detachable sound system located under the center console. This portable speaker can be taken out of the car for use, which is very practical and fun. Additionally, the Nappa leather seats are also currently being offered for free. The official claim is that the seats in this car provide a similar feeling to those in a Mercedes-Benz S-Class. However, my 2 older S-Class models feel a bit different, but that's probably normal considering their age. The seat adjustments are also located on the door, and the seats offer ventilation, heating, and massage functions. This car also has a zero-gravity seat for the front passenger, but its zero-gravity seat is different from other cars, as it focuses more on safety. For example, the front passenger seat belt is fixed to the seat back, unlike other cars where it's on the pillar. This design provides better protection for the passenger when using the zero-gravity seat. I believe that many manufacturers of zero-gravity seats should learn from these details. Now, let's take a look at the second row of the Smart T5. The first impression of sitting in the second row is that the space is also very impressive. If you feel it's not enough, you can press the boss button to move the front seat further forward, providing even more luxurious space. The second row seats can also be adjusted electrically. The electric adjustment adds a touch of class. Adjusting the seat back to its furthest position, the overall comfort is still very good. The sunroof is also quite large. In terms of details, the center armrest is very refined, with storage compartments and cup holders. There are also air vents and a Type-C port in the front, along with aviation lights above. Overall, the second-row performance of the Smart T5 is quite competitive in the midsize SUV segment. It has advantages in terms of space, and the detailed design is also very classy. The Smart T5 is available in both dual-motor all-wheel drive and single-motor two-wheel drive versions. The single-motor two-wheel drive version is further divided into long-range and ultra-long-range models. The motor parameters of these two models are slightly different. The long-range version has 250 kilowatts and 373 Nm of torque, while the ultra-long-range version has 267 kilowatts and 373 Nm of torque. The maximum torque is the same, with only a slight difference in maximum power. However, during normal driving, you really can't tell the difference in power between these two models. The official figures state that the 0 to 100 km/h acceleration time for the long-range version is 6.9 seconds. while the ultra-long-range version is 6.5 seconds, a difference of only 0.4 seconds. Most people won't notice this difference. The overall accelerator pedal of this car feels very smooth, with a strong feel similar to a gasoline car. In comfort mode, when you fully depress the accelerator pedal, the acceleration is very smooth and gradual. The overall comfort and stability are excellent. Of course, if you prefer the more aggressive acceleration feel of an electric car, you can switch to sport mode. When you press the accelerator pedal in sport mode, you can feel a sudden push from behind. If you still want more power, you'll need to choose the dual-motor, all-wheel drive version. The chassis structure features a front double wishbone and rear 5-link independent suspension. The top-spec all-wheel drive model also includes air suspension and CDC continuous damping control. Unfortunately, our two-wheel drive single-motor model does not have these features. However, I generally don't like air suspension, so I think this standard suspension is more suitable for me. The car's wheelbase reaches an impressive 2.9 meters, and the front and rear track are also very wide. Therefore, when driving on elevated roads and highways, the first impression is that the stability is very good. The overall chassis tuning is also very suitable for a mid-size SUV. It can filter out bumps in the road, but it doesn't feel overly soft. The overall body support is excellent when driving, without excessive pitching or swaying. The chassis doesn't feel particularly sporty, which I think is very suitable for the positioning of a mid-size SUV. The ride comfort is quite good. Although the wheelbase reaches an impressive 2.9 meters, the car feels quite agile when driving at higher speeds or on winding roads. The steering system is also very well tuned, and the steering feel is the kind of stable and solid feel that I prefer. In terms of autonomous driving, the Smart T5 also gave me a pleasant surprise. The car has a high-precision LiDAR on the roof and uses two ORNX 508 TOPS computing chips. Therefore, I think the hardware level of this car is truly in the first tier for autonomous driving. Based on a mapless, N-Tone technology framework, the NSP Intelligent Navigation Assistance System can achieve intelligent navigation in various traffic environments, including highways, cities, and ramps. The average success rate for passing intersections is greater than 95%, the success rate for lane changes in all scenarios is greater than 93%, and the success rate for merging onto ramps is greater than 95%. After testing the Smart T5, my impression is that it is a good-looking, fun, easy-to-drive, practical, and spacious mid-size SUV. There are currently 4 models available. If I were to choose, I would recommend selecting one of the 2 middle models, the long-range flagship luxury version or the ultra-long-range flagship luxury version. The price difference between these 2 models is 20,000 yuan. The ultra-long-range version has a 100 kW battery and an 800-volt platform. It also has a slightly more powerful motor and faster acceleration. If I had to choose, I would probably go for the ultra-long-range version. If you are interested in dual-motor all-wheel drive, there is only one option, the 368,000 yuan Jungle Realm limited edition model. For an additional 100,000 yuan, you get dual-motor all-wheel drive air suspension, CDC continuous damping control, and a 0 to 100 km acceleration time of 4.5 seconds. However, I think the price of 368,000 yuan is a bit high. At this price point, there are quite a few other mid-size SUVs with dual-motor all-wheel drive to choose from. So, what do you think? If you were to choose the Smart T5, which version would you pick? Let me know in the comments. The variety of options allows for a tailored experience, but the pricing strategy is something to consider carefully.